Guys, where are we on the new rear wing? Right, we'll rush it through. Yeah, mate, rush it through. Spare no expense. I want that on GIO's car for FP1. Well, that's silly, mate. Come on. Alright, well then spare some expense. Use common sense. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari, where we still somehow find ourselves top of the constructors' standings, Giovinazzi top of the drivers' standings, and it is just better than any of us could ever have hoped or dreamed or anything else. Now, we do have one bit of news on the car. That is a new rear wing on Giovinazzi's car, the third iteration, I guess you call it, of our rear wing this season. We only have one of them. We do have two more. We should get another one, I think, at some point through the weekend. We rush manufactured them. So you can see it's going to help us with top speed, DRS effectiveness, and also dirty air tolerance. But look at this. No wonder we were so good at Monaco. You know, we've got the best car in corners. We've got one of the best for acceleration. And, you know, you look at this and you just think, well, yeah, I mean, this is just rear wing, to be fair. This isn't everything. But, yeah, I mean, or is it not everything? I mean, it is... We've somehow managed to get ourselves a very, very good car. Engine cooling needs some work and brake cooling, but other than that, top speed could do a little bit of work as well. But we're just very, very good in the corners, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, let's have a look here. We are expecting a wet qualifying, or Saturday. Doesn't necessarily mean qualifying, does it? So we have the lap record by Fernando Alonso. That would have been first season in game, wouldn't it? There is the circuit map for qualifying: red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. We've got the sections by speed. It is a lot of medium speed corners, isn't it, at Barcelona? So we'll see what we get there. We can see top speed and medium speed cornering is what you want to have. We know we've got the cornering. Top speed, maybe not quite so much. Time considerations, you do save about 6 seconds under a safety car, so that could be worth doing because it does 8 tyres this place. So yeah, compound performance. The drop-off is a medium tyre is probably still half a second lap slower. If you can get a soft tyre at some point, you probably want to do it. The soft, medium, soft is well, depending how it goes, that's probably the way to go. Yeah, we'll see, won't we? We'll just see. I wonder if I need to save a medium tyre or something through free practice. So, reach Q2. I mean, come on, guys. For the amount of time I was complained that... their targets were ridiculously high. We're leading the championship. Come on, we should be getting beyond Q2, surely. Finish position, someone in the top 4. At this point, I'd like to say yes, definitely. We need the one car in the top 6 for the next 2 races, race and qualifying, and that'll be some more money for us. So that's all good. And yeah, I guess we can head off to Spain and check what sort of rain we've got on the Saturday. So, moderate rain on the Saturday. I'll go and do some free practice, hopefully nail these setups, and hopefully we won't stuff up qualifying, which I'm every chance of doing. Alright, so free practice has happened, and I'll be honest, it could have gone better. You will notice that Giovinazzi has a penalty because he crashed into the back of Ricciardo and destroyed his car, so I think the rear wing's okay. It was going well until that, because we were 4th and 5th in FP1, we were 3rd and 5th in FP2, and then FP3, we were still 4th and 6th. The pace is still there, and this is with old engine parts as well, but obviously Giovinazzi's got a 3-place grid drop. So, let's have a quick look here. The engine, that doesn't matter too much, so it is just the chassis and the front wing that was destroyed. The rear wing appears to be okay. So that's fine. We don't really know his setup, although he should be getting close. I suspect that might even be 100%. Mick was 100%, so that's good. You can see it's raining, so let's get out there. It's going to be a tricky one. Alright, now we're going to go straight out, and we're doing my old trick of doing 3 laps. What I don't love about this is that you can't actually see a weather forecast before you start. So we're somewhat going in blind. And of course we can call them back in at any point if we need to. But I think you probably need 3 laps to get the tyres in and whatnot. So the track condition has changed to damp. So let's get them in this lap. Because obviously a damp track is going to be faster than a wet track. And hopefully what we're not going to do is completely miss out on, we'll just do 1 lap now, is completely miss out on the best track conditions, which is something that I would typically do, isn't it? Let's be honest. So, yeah, let's get out there. And it's all a little bit chaotic right now. Let's see if we can slow it down so we can have some idea where we are on track here. So there's Giovinazzi. Mick's got clear track. Giovinazzi, maybe not so much. Is that Aston Martin slowing down? Looks like they're both on hot laps anyway. So let's see. Giovinazzi has put himself fifth. Mick is coming around. Mick is going to put himself fifth. So fifth and sixth. And if it starts raining again, that should be okay. We'll get everybody back to the pits as quickly as possible. It looks as though the rain is coming in again. Alright, let's refuel and go again, just to be safe. 150. Yeah, so that is the best conditions, isn't it? So we're out there. Everybody's going faster. Where are we here? Giovinazzi coming around. Giovinazzi goes third. Mick goes third. Giovinazzi sixth. So I think we've just about got away with that. So yeah, we are through to Q2 successfully. So let's go and do that. Hopefully a little bit less stressful. And indeed, we do have a dry track, but there is rain on the way. So this is going to be a very important lap then, isn't it?
That is the rain, essentially.
It's going to be a bit of a one lap wonder. And we really do need Giovinazzi. Given that he has the grid penalty as well, we need him to get this lap done. So his first car around. Hopefully the track doesn't rubber up too much for those behind us, but we're guaranteed to get our lap in here. There's a yellow flag. It's not Mick. It's Albon running wide, so he's ruined his lap, and with rain coming, that's probably it for him. Giovinazzi purple in the middle sector, though he is the first car coming around, so you'd expect him to be the fastest of nobody. So it's green, green. We haven't done purple, but have we done enough? Giovinazzi a 112.
Currently P1.
3/10 ahead of Leclerc. Mick
cool the tyres and we will box this lap.
Goes second. Oh, just Giovinazzi is currently top. We should be okay with that. Mick is tumbling down a little bit, which is concerning.
The lap is good.
But as the rain gets here, we're first and fourth. Verstappen just got in. So that's annoying, isn't it? Otherwise, there's no Sainz maybe missing out for Mercedes is a good thing for us. So that'll be both Mercedes, the Mercedes, I guess, out. But yeah, we could really have used Gasly going a couple of thousandths faster and knocking Verstappen out as well. So there we go, we are through. We want Giovinazzi to be top because that sort of minimises his penalty then, doesn't it? It's such a shame that Verstappen snuck in though. Alright, so something that really needs to be worked on for the next version of this game. It was absolutely drenched at the end of Q2. We start Q3, dry tyres, track's dry. I mean, it's just not how it works, is it? But there again is rain coming. So let's go on board with Mick, who is not a mile behind. In fact, he might even be a little bit too close to Giovinazzi. But we are the first two cars out, and we're both on our new tyres. We do have another set of new tyres. Actually, we have two new sets, but I want to have two fresh sets of softs for the race if we can. As things stand, if we can do the lap this time, and Mick is definitely catching Giovinazzi, which is not ideal. We want Giovinazzi in front because he's going to drop behind him anyway. But yeah, what we've got right now is two sets of new tyres for softs and mediums. So that will obviously help us, but Mick is going significantly faster, and somebody's gone purple in Sector 1 as well. So it is Mick ahead of Giovinazzi by quite a bit, 4/10. That's not a great lap from GIO, is it? And Magnussen goes in between them. Verstappen goes top, and look at Giovinazzi tumbling down to 7th. That'll be 10th after a penalty, and the rain has started as well. So not a good qualifying for Giovinazzi there. So yeah, not really sure what happened to Gio because he has the new rear wing as well, but you could see we were visibly catching him in Mick's car. So it's such a shame Mick couldn't have got pole, but he's going to be versus the Red Bulls, and Giovinazzi, this is a demo limitation race for him, a damage limitation even for him. So we are of course not expecting any rain. So this soft there, see that doesn't work, does it? It's a bit of a it's a bit of a loss in the pit lane, isn't it? There's a part of me that says, do you maybe go and do an extra stop, go like soft, medium? But that's probably a little much, isn't it? Do we do the same thing on Mick's car? You're asking too much of the tyres to do it that way. The other option obviously is this. We saw the medium tyre wasn't terrible. Could we do soft? We couldn't do soft, medium, could we? Both cars have an extra set of mediums. I mean, that's the way to do it, isn't it? Avoid the hard and do soft, medium. So we're going to do that on Giovinazzi's car as well. We're going to mix it up a little bit. I've seen Esteban Ocon seems to do this a lot. Go with a soft in the middle. When everybody else is on older tyres, we're going to try and really make hay then and be on the best tyre we can in the middle of the race. So let's see how that works. No rain's expected. Giovinazzi's in a problem of his own making. And let's see if he can dig himself out of it. And Mick, if he wants to win a race and get himself back in the championship, then this is his chance to do that too, isn't it? All right, welcome back. Looking forward to this. Who's that sparking away? It looks like one of that an AlphaTauri, I think, on a soft tyre perhaps behind us. Anyway, Giovinazzi is the championship leader. He is the one that we need to do something here. There is a fairly even mix of mediums and softs. There's more softs than mediums, though, I think. So I wonder if that is the soft, sort of the number one strategy, the soft, medium, soft, in which case they are going to, at some point this race, find themselves really struggling. So, yeah, I mean, Mick's held position, second off the line, just behind Verstappen. If he can stay with him, he is, of course, Mick on a soft tyre, and as is Verstappen. So, yeah, Mick does really need to try and go with him here. He's done the fastest lap. Let's try and save a little bit of the petrol if we can. Petrol, tyre life. We might do a similar thing with GIO eventually, though I think we will save battery with him. And yeah, no, we've got to try and stay within the DRS of Verstappen, because there's two zones, this one in the front straight, of course. But we might... Oh, we even let Russell pass, so that was a mistake, wasn't it? Oh, I should have just stayed with it. Come on, Mick, get yourself back into the DRS. He's gone a little bit defensive here. Now, what we don't need to do is waste time defending. We've seen that before, that you just lose more time. Yellow flag, race control, it's a virtual safety car. Giovinazzi appears to be okay.
Could be a lot of debris here.
We can use this to conserve. Multiple cars have crashed. What exactly has happened? And it is right at the back, so it's no significance to anybody really. Is he going to take both passes? Oh, he could have bowled them both, but just took one. All right, so virtual safety car has finished. We're going to really try and push back up to the back of Verstappen here. It looks like we've managed to do that because DRS is now enabled, and yeah, so we've managed to do that. Oh, for Giovinazzi spun. Wow, have you done that, mate? Is this the weekend that it all starts to fall to pieces for Antonio Giovinazzi? He's back to last. How has he done that? He's lost 8 positions.
Now this is what happens.
And
turn 8. There's the
he's just looped it, hasn't he? What? Maybe we should have given him the new rear wing. Alright, well this is very much a tale of two races. Mick is just sitting here, just stalking Verstappen. He's not letting him go anywhere. We're not particularly pushing. And it's just sticking with him, which is excellent. Russell and Stroll behind us are battling a little bit, but they're just outside of our DRS, so they're not really bothering us. Giovinazzi is one of, if not the slowest cars on track. He's struggling to catch Maloney. I keep thinking that's Maldonado. Maloney, Albon, Ricciardo. I mean, he's going slower than Perez, Pourchaire, Sainz. I mean, these guys, we've got to be doing quicker. I mean, a lot of them are on soft tyres, admittedly, but yeah, he did kind of knacker his tyres a little bit as well with the spin, so he can't push the tyres too much, or it's just going to compromise the rest of his race. Yeah, like I say, it's a tale of two Ferraris. Oh, as Mick is going for the overtake, and if he gets it, all right, let's go then, Mick. Let's go. He's got a little bit of extra tyre life than Max does as well, 6%. So let's go for this. He's still got him there with him, but we're going to deploy. We're going to try and break free. And if we can do it, then well done to him. Has Giovinazzi spun again? No. So that's something. Pourchaire has indeed spun. So we've not quite broken the DRS, have we? No, I think the detection point was just there. But if we can keep him behind, I don't think we can keep burning through the battery, but we'll keep pushing the tyres a little bit and see if we can break away from him. And if not done too much damage to the tyres, and hopefully we're taking him somewhere he doesn't want to go with these tyres, which is the other thing, because everybody on a soft tyre, apart from those at the back, he's very much the worse off. So yeah, hopefully we're damaging his race down the line as well. Alright, now we are coming around. Mick is going to pit at the end of this lap. Stroll behind us is pit. You'll notice we're trying to harvest the battery a little bit whilst staying in Verstappen's DRS as much as possible. That is because when we come out of the pits, we want to have some battery to burn. I don't know if he's going to come in the same lap as Mick. If he's got to go, if he's doing the soft, medium, soft, he can't. He's got to keep going. So, yeah, that'll be absolutely fine. Giovinazzi is right back in amongst it, so that's good. He needs to obviously make quick work of these cars, though a few of them will be coming into the pit. You'll notice Stroll that pit came out at the back. You are going to come out last when you pit, so especially if we do a Ferrari stop. It's just over 3, we'll take it. And yeah, so now Mick does need to kind of try and get some stops, some overtaking done here, but there's cars coming in as well, and he has come out. Did he come out behind GIO or in front of GIO? Where's Mick? Mick is in front of GIO, just about to get past Albon, so that's fine. So yeah, well, let's see how we go here. GIO's still a few laps away. He's going to struggle to get there on his tyres, but we'll see. We'll take him as far as we can. And then, is that... no, that's Giovinazzi, isn't it? With Stroll going past him. Here comes Verstappen into the pit. So let's see where we've come out here in relation to him. And what sort of tyre he comes out onto as well is the other big question. So is this Max here? We've come out right with him. And is he on another soft? Where are we here? He did come out on another soft. So he's doing soft, hard, is he? Which is interesting. So we need to really make sure that we try and stay with him, because if we can stay with him now, then he's going to be a sitting duck at the end of the race when he's on a hard tyre, I would have thought. Alright, so Mick has done quite well getting through this train of cars here, but Verstappen has, I mean, he's on a softer tyre, so it's been a little bit easier for him. He has got 3 of them now, and he's going to start to drive away. So this is going to become a little bit about damage limitation now for Mick, and seeing if we can sort of get Verstappen back a little bit later. But yeah, that is a little bit disappointing. Giovinazzi has got himself into 10th and approaching his pit window. We are going to have to bring him in a little bit earlier, which is disappointing, obviously. But it's one of those things that's a bit needs must, and so yeah, just kind of it is what it is, as the saying goes. But yeah, let's see. Mick has lost 4 seconds in all that, threw it down to Verstappen, so that's not ideal. Although Verstappen's on the fastest lap, he does have Gasly in front of him, who might do us a little bit of a favour and hold him up, but not a huge one. And we're going to have to bring Giovinazzi in this lap for his soft tyres. And let's hope we get a sub 3 second stop. Again, he's going to come out well down, but this soft tyre stint for him is going to be the key one, really. A little bit like what Verstappen's doing. He needs to make it count and yeah, make up as many places as he can. We probably need to put Mick onto a top up because he's burnt through his battery. And here we go now with Giovinazzi. Everybody cross everything, concentrate. Let's hope we get a good one. Come on. Don't know what I hate more, the Ferrari pit crew or the Chicago Cubs. Unbelievable. Another 3 seconds dropped in a pit stop and we're back to last. Alright, so multiple cars have crashed. It involves George Russell and an AlphaTauri of whoever that is. So hopefully that's going to put Russell out of contention for us. Oh, virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. So what has happened here? Oh no, a full safety car. Okay, now this is interesting. This is interesting. Do we need to make a stop?
Stay positive.
potentially get to the end on a hard tyre. Okay, now I don't think we do with Mick, because a hard tyre is going to be... I know you're going to get the Forza race in real life, but I'm not as good as those guys. If other cars... Now, Verstappen is coming in. If other cars are going to come in, everybody's going to come in.
Big shunt for him.
So I think we probably...
Verstappen is coming in.
Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make an extra stop with GIO. We're going to put a medium tyre on now, and then we're going to come in and put a soft tyre on. If everybody's going to be on really old hard tyres, then I think that might be the best way for Giovinazzi to get himself back in this race. I think in Mick's case... Yeah, maybe we should have stopped with Mick. I mean, literally everybody is stopping, apart from a few. Apart from me, with Mick. Oh, did I do the wrong thing? There's another bad stop for Giv. Oh, did he have to hold maybe for somebody? Potentially, that's what the issue was there. No, it was a pit stop issue. Of course it was. Alright, now safety car is coming in this lap. Now, interestingly, no one's gone for the hard tyre. Now, a medium, if they're going to try and get to the end on a medium, I don't think it's actually possible. I'm very confused with what they're actually doing. Like, Norris is stopping again. Anybody that's on a soft tyre now is stopping again. And if you're on a medium, if you're not stopping again, then I don't quite understand how you think you're going to get to the finish. But anyway, Giovinazzi is 15th. This is his big chance to move up. We will definitely be trying to send him through, although he's just lost a spot. You're going backwards, Gio. Other way, please, mate. Come on, mate. It's Maloney. It's not even anybody. It's a Haas. Oh, he's just having a nightmare, isn't he? But anyway, so that's him. And Mick, we'll just kind of see. Yeah. I don't know if I've done the right or wrong thing here with Mick. We could have... I mean, if everybody else is going to make an extra stop anyway, then we could have... Maybe I should have... I probably should have come in with him. Alright, so this is not really working. Mick is going backwards. Because what's happened, everybody's got a fresh set of tyres on. They're all going to make one more stop anyway.
To bring your tyres back under control for the moment.
Because everybody essentially got a free stop in the line. You know, you just held your position. So, yeah, I mean, that's the problem with being at the front, is that you don't know what those behind you are going to do. And I thought that people would try and get there on the end, and in hindsight, if we had tried to do that, that was probably the way to go. But yeah, Mick's best chance here now is to try and, when he's on a new set of tyres, we'll take these as far as we can. We might even be able to take them far enough just to get onto a soft, though I don't think so. As Giovinazzi is going forward, which is nice. He's absolutely taken a chunk out of his new tyres to go nowhere, which was disappointing. It might just be a disappointing race, I think, guys. Alright, so Mick is coming in this lap. We've got an extra lap or two in. We are going to go to a medium because he'll be able to push it more, and the soft, I think, is going to drop away a little bit too much for him anyway. Giovinazzi's moved up another place. Is that down the front straight, I assume, with a bit of DRS? Yeah. So that's good. He's up to 13th, or is that 14th? I thought that was 13th. But either way, it is 13th. So it's movement in the right direction, which is all we can really ask of him. And yeah, if he can get, if we just want to try and take as many points from this as we can, it's definitely a damage limitation weekend now. But here comes Mick. Let's hope and pray that we get a good stop. And then what will happen is we'll come out at the back, but if everybody else is going to stop anyway, we'll have the free air, and we've done a 2.7. Well, that's I guess a good thing. So yeah, if everybody's going to stop again now anyway, what we want to keep a really close eye on is Mick's times, so that when everybody else stops, hopefully, he is going to come out in front of them. Now, we're not going to want to push quite that much, I don't think, Mick. We'll go aggressive. Alright, so first lap out of the pit, first full lap, Mick did a 15.4 compared to sort of he was about a second, not quite a second a lap faster than everybody. So that's promising. Giovinazzi, we're just doing a bit of a harvest here. He's stuck in a bit of a DRS train. So we're going to sit him here, charge up the battery a little bit. We're working the tyres. It's almost time to come in for a soft tyre anyway. And yeah, if we can stay here, and then we'll try and either DRS an in-lap or an out-lap. We'll see when these cars do or don't come in. I wouldn't be surprised if Max and some of these medium tyre runners are actually going to try and get to the end. I don't think they're going to necessarily get there. We've got another yellow flag as Leclerc, that's spun off. Missed that. But that's good because he was the car that was sort of directly in competition with Mick. Optimal lap, we don't want to do that just yet. We've still got some tyre life left in this one. As Guanyu has now come into the pit. So 14.9. Yeah, so Mick's doing some good lap times back here. We've just got to be a little bit careful with tyre temperatures. And I think now with Giovinazzi, now that we know that we're at our pit window, we'll go full send on him. And try and get maybe 2-3 laps at most out of these. We might even deploy now and try and get some overtakes done. This is a Red Bull of Russell. Now, Russell did have a bit of a crash. I can't remember if I showed you that or not. No, I did, I think. So we'll see if he's got a bit of longer-term damage there, as cars are coming into pits. And Russell doesn't have DRS, so that should be quite simple for Giovinazzi, that one. Alright, so Verstappen is pit, Norris is pit. They've all come in this lap, and that is Norris, is it? Is Norris going to get back past us? No. So it's roughly as I thought. Norris is right with us. Now again, they're on soft, I'm assuming soft tyres. So it's going to be very, very difficult for us to keep them behind. But yeah, that's what's it called? Like a cumulative third. Assuming Norris does indeed get past us. As there he goes. Now, Giovinazzi coming into the pits this lap. Let's see where he comes out. Please, can we not get another 2.7? He's already lost like 5 seconds in the pits today. Surely he's not going to lose more. It's to the point where we'll take that, isn't it? As we've got a fastest lap there for Perez. Giovinazzi is going to be on a soft tyre. He's going to come out. Is he going to come out in 11th? He is. So he's come out on the fringes of the points with a full battery. And tyres to burn.
Just
so
look
let's see
after
if he
this
can
tyre
burn
set
them.
though. Look after it.
Alright, so Giovinazzi has just done fastest lap. We're behind Ricciardo. We should get this. We have just backed off the tyres a little bit. They do cook quite quickly here, so we've got to be a little bit careful of that. Mick is slower than the other guys, except for Magnussen, who it looks like is trying to do a one-stop, which I don't think is going to be successful for him, but you never know. And we're behind, I think Gasly is, no, whose Sainz is it? Well, these guys all on soft tyres are a little bit slower than us. So us being, yeah, Magnus is not going to get there. Alright, now, we're on board with Mick. 6 laps to go. He has Stroll all over the back of him. We are now defending. We've told him always defend. Magnussen is on absolutely dead tyres. Even with defending, we'll catch him. I mean, if we didn't defend, there's a chance we'd catch him faster and maybe get a bit of DRS to protect ourselves. So that hasn't quite worked out, has it? So we'll try and stay with Stroll while he gets to his teammate. But there's not a great deal we can do. We're kind of fighting with a hand behind our back. And Giovinazzi is actually very close to catching us. Go away, Ricciardo, honestly. How have we not put you to bed yet? Come on, let's just get that done, please. Yeah, Stroll unfortunately has gone. It's a matter of whether we can keep Perez behind us now. Is he going to follow us straight through? Yellow flag, virtual safety car. Is GIO okay? He is. Magnussen is locked up. Is Magnussen out? He must be, he is.
Virtual safety car deployed now.
Alright, so virtual safety car is ending on the second last lap. So we've got Giovinazzi right behind Ricciardo. We've got Schumacher right in front of Perez. We've got Stroll just up the road, but I don't think we're going to be able to get to him. But obviously, it's full send on both cars at this point, and we'll see what we can get. Could we get back on the podium here? Stroll seems particularly slow off the mark there, and we go down the outside. Could Mick go and stick a move on Lance Stroll? Now DRS, maybe we didn't want to overtake him just there, so the detection point is here somewhere. And he's probably just going to get us straight back. Giovinazzi, it looks like, has got Ricciardo, and Stroll has indeed just got us straight back. Is there a chance down the next... let's just deploy and make sure we stay right with him. I'm wondering the last DRS zone, if there's half a chance we can get that done. Giovinazzi is catching very quickly onto the... we've burnt the battery.
nice.
So that might be the end of that, is it? Can we use DRS to get equal? No, we can't. Giovinazzi is right behind Perez. But unfortunately, we've both run out of battery just a little bit too soon. So Verstappen has won, which isn't great for us. But we're going to come in Mick 4th, despite me ruining his strategy, and Giovinazzi 6th, despite him ruining his own race, essentially.
Very good. Happy.
So you know what? A bad race being 4th and 6th, we'll just about accept that, I think, won't we? We just missed out on the point there for fastest lap. And yeah, I mean, we were under a second ahead of an extra place on, on both fronts. So Ricciardo had a good race in the up 11th to 7th, but Mercedes didn't have a great one. And of course, our goal is actually to finish second, so that's not terrible. Now, we have lost the lead of the championship there, though, and it is all his own fault. He took himself out of qualifying and then took himself off the track. He is a point behind Verstappen now. Mick does move up a place ahead of Sainz, who's dropped down. He himself is only a point behind George Russell. And the constructors, well, we've dropped off the top of that too. We are only 2 points now behind them, but we are second to Red Bull. So, yeah, not a great race, but if that's our worst race of the season, then we'll deal with that. Still no pit stop points, but we wouldn't expect that. I tell you what, to be fair to Giovinazzi, he lost, let's say 5 seconds in the pits. 4 seconds if we're being probably more realistic, given that we're slow anyway. And those 4 seconds could have made a big difference in that race, couldn't they? They would still be top. We'd still be top of both championships if we'd had just even 3-second stops there. So, shame. So Mick has become an 84 rated driver. And rear wing, that's the new rear wing. So we'll have that on both cars for the next race, which is in 11 days' time in Canada. And that is one that, given that we don't have the best top speed, may not suit the car too much. But yeah, we've got a good car. We're in a good position. The board, we haven't checked it for a while, but they're still happy. So that is all good. They're even happy with that result. As I said, that wasn't a good race for us. So if you have managed to enjoy it, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Canada's next. And let's see if we can get ourselves back on top of both championships there. Take care.